Are you ready, kids? If you are ready, pay close attention to the lesson. We are going to talk about decomposing whole number fractions greater than 1. If you don't know how to decompose whole numbers fraction greater than 1, pay attention. Say the fraction, draw a shape. Shade the fraction and label 1/2. We are going to draw a shape 1/2. A shape that's equivalent to 1/2 is 2/4. The one equivalent to 1/2 again is 2/4, as you can see. 1/3 is 3/6. 1/4 is 4/8. And 1/5 is 2/10. Why is this number bond true? Why is it true? Do you know why it's true? Of course. Okay, so how do the parts change if we change the whole to look like this? How do the parts change? Do you have answer to that? Look at the first one. You can see in the whole we have 1/2 and 1/2, making it one whole. Here we have 1/2, 1/2 in 4 places, making it 2 wholes. So work with your partner to draw the number bond and change the parts to make it true. What are you going to add to the number bond to make it true? Let's look at these examples and see if they are equivalent. Model 1, you can see 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, the same as this. When you add the number bond, you have 1/4 into 8 places, and here you have 4/4 and 4/4 just in 2 places. Are they the same? Of course they are the same, because if you talk about the unit fraction, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 will give you 4/4, and that 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 will give you another 4/4. So they are the same, they are equivalent. Partition the number line to show the fractional units. Then draw number bonds using copies of one whole for the circled whole numbers. Halves, we have 0, 1, 2. We are going to partition in halves. Let's share them into 2. When you share them into 2, you have 0/2, 1/2, 2/2, 3/2, and 4/2. So you can say that 0 halves is the same thing as 0/2. 1 is equal to 2 halves, same thing as 2/2, and 2 is same thing as 4 halves, which is 4/2. So for the one whole, 1 half, let's draw the number bond. We have 1 is the same thing as 1/2, 1/2. When you split the 2/2 into unit fraction, you have 1/2, 1/2, and the 2 whole is the same as, when you split the number bond, you have 2/2 and 2/2. Thirds, divide into thirds, each of them into thirds. Have 0, 6 thirds, 7 thirds. But why we started from 6 thirds? Remember the multiplication method I told you. These 2 here times third, so this is 3. 2 times 3 will give you this 6 here. That's how we got the numerator 6 over the 3, because we divided each whole into 3. That's from line 2 to 3 is divided into thirds. That's why it's over 3, because we are dealing in thirds. The fraction we are talking about is thirds, and this 6 is 2 times the third, 2 times 3, which is 6. Now from 6 you count up as you go. You have 9 thirds, 10 thirds, 11 thirds, and 12 thirds. So 2 is the same thing as 6 thirds, which is 6/3. 3 is the same thing as 9 thirds, which is 9/3. And 4 is the same thing as 12 thirds, which is 12/3. For 2, draw the number bond 3/3, 3/3. For 3, we draw the number 3/3 into 3 places, and this 3/3 into 4 places. Write the fractions that name the whole number for each fractional unit. The first one has been done for you. Halves, 4/2, we give you the 2 here. For halves, 6/2 will give you 3, and 8/2 will give you 4. In thirds, 6/3 will give you 2, 9/3 will give you 3, and 12/3 will give you 4. Fourths, you look at your number bond and count as you go. Fourths, 8/4 will give you 2, 12/4 will give you 3, and 14. It's supposed to be 16/4, not 14. Change it. 16/4 will give you 4. Now 6. 12/6 will give you 2. 18/6 will give you 3. And 24/6 will give you 4. Sammy uses 1/4 meter of wire each day to make tens. Draw a number line to represent 1 meter of wire. Partition the number line to represent how much Sammy uses each day. How many days does the wire last? This is the number line from 0 meter to 1 meter. We have 0/4 to 4/4. This is it. So the wire lasts 4 days. That's 4 days. Now, how many days will 3 meters of wire last? 3 meters. That is 4/4 into 3 places. 3 meters of wire will last for 12 days. If 1/4 meter will last for 1 meter will last for 4 days, 3 meters will last for 12 days. Cindy feeds her dog 1/3 pounds of food each day. Draw a number line to represent 1 pound of food. Partition the number line to represent how much food she uses each day. Let's see. 0 pounds to 1 pound. Have 0/3, 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. There is the number line. Draw another number line to represent 4 pounds of food. You can see it here. After 3 days, how many pounds of food has she given the dog? So you can say that she has given her dog 1 pound of food after 3 days. And after 6 days, how many pounds of food has she given her dog? She has given her dog, after 6 days, she has given her dog how many pounds of food? After 3 days, she has given her dogs 1 pound of food. So after 6 days, she gave her dog 2 pounds of food. It's 2 pounds of food after 6 days.